What's going on, guys? I got 5 more sales I'm going to talk about, so let's get right into it. First up, I have a Jack Gordon PSA 10 going for $315. Now, in my opinion, this was not a very good buy. Jack Gordon, he's one of the more used Halloween skins, one of the more clean Halloween skins. But $315 for this is obviously his best card, Cracked Ice PSA 10. $315 is too much for a Jack Gordon card. In my opinion, this is a $250 card. So, $65 overpay, which in my opinion is significant enough to consider it a bad buy. If the person bought it for, say, like $280 or $290, no, like $280 would be like the maximum for this, where I'd consider it a still decent buy. Anything over that, in my opinion, would be a bad buy. Because I guarantee you can find this card, which that is half the battle. You find it. That's hard, and you find it in good condition. You could probably buy it raw for $75 right now. And Series 2 was nowhere near as hard to grade as Series 1, so you have a pretty good chance of getting a 10 unless you can just tell in the pictures that you see from wherever you're buying it that it's in really bad condition. But you get a clean one of these for $75 probably, easily. If someone had a clean raw, you offered them $75, I guarantee you they're easily taking that any day. And what's grading now? $20? And you don't even get upcharged if you got a PSA 10. So you could be into this card raw for $95 maximum, and there's a chance that 10, think about that profit you'd make. That would be a good thing to try to do. And like I said, it's nowhere near as hard to grade as Series 1. So that's why I think this was not a very good buy. Next, we have a Ripley PSA 9 for $118. Another one, I think this was pretty high. I looked at this one because I thought this was intriguing. The last sale of a PSA 9 of a Ripley was $76. So what is that, $42 more than last comp, which I think 76 is more fair. I don't think this is as bad as a buy as the Jack Gordon. I think that Jack Gordon was honestly a pretty bad buy. But obviously, Ripley is loved by the fans, way more popular in game than Jack Gordon. And I think there's a chance you get some storyline because of his significance in the Chapter 2 launch trailer, and Chaos Agent being the one that created the Slurp skins, including him and then the red version, him Sludge. There's definitely potential for him to be in the storyline. So I think this is it's not a great buy. It's not terrific, but it's not bad. Next, we have a Singularity PSA 9 for $131. Again, this one I think is a good buy. I don't think it's a great buy you got to steal, but I think you paid a good price for a really good card. PSA 9, notes in good condition, and we know how important Singularity is to the storyline. We know she created the mech that defeated the robot in the Season 9 event, and that was also in the Chapter 3 Season 2 Collision Live event. So we know how, like we said, that's how important she is. And Donald Muster even tweeted out saying how important she was to the storyline. So with all those positives, you cannot say this was a bad buy for $131. I just think it's a little bit high in the current market, but I don't think it's a bad buy whatsoever. Next, we have a Ruin PSA 8 for $127. And if you guys keep up with the in-game, the Battle Pass and everything, Ruin just got possibly some storyline with the new Relic skin in the Battle Pass. People say that Relic is either Ruin or the Prisoner, and if he's come back in the storyline, that means Ice King will come back. But just know that. But Ruin PS 8 for $127, in my opinion, is fair. That's what he's worth right now. That's what I'd expect this card to go for. I bid $85 on it just to hopefully get lucky. Maybe I get a nice card for a pretty good price. I don't feel like paying $127 for a Ruin PSA 8, but I do think that's what he's worth, and I think this is overall a good buy, but nothing terrific. For the final sale, we have a 0 PSA 9 for the same price of $127. And these are, what I was about to say is, all the sales I talked about in this video were USA Cracked Ice, just to make that known. But the final sale was a 0 PSA 9 for $127, and in my opinion, this was a pretty good buy. We know how important 0 is to the storyline, because we know he's a 0 point. Well, he is part of the 0 point, or is the human embodiment of the 0 point. And obviously, Donald Mustard said that the 0 point is the main character of Fortnite. It's not a particular skin. It's not Jonesy. It's not Renegade Raider. It's 0. And, well, it's 0 point, not 0. My bad on that. It's the 0 point. And you see 0 everywhere in Fortnite. You got the comics 0 War. You got the 0 point comics. And then he was actually the first skin released after the Black Hole event in Chapter 1. When that has to carry some significance. And since he is the 0 point, There's and he's also one of the best looking cards in the set too, with that pink and blue. I mean, he has like no negatives towards him, and he's used in game. He's always back in the item shop, so that means he sells well. So that's why I think the 0 to $127 is a good buy, and I'll see you guys next time.